been working late, but I'm glad you're home. You've been working late, but I'm glad you're home.
Big C made a banger.
It's that pain relief. Long time I've been searching for some remedies. Never thought I'd find a cure in all these melodies. I never thought I'd put my people in the cemeteries. I've looked my brethren.
Yes, welcome to my world, London's craziest gangster with me, Mr. Fish. Later on, liaising with Real London Gangsters, Mr. Elliot. And today, trust me, we have a man who said he can, who's done it all, seen it all, been it all, and heard it all, and left it all behind to be here with us. Today, ladies and gentlemen, my guest, controversial, I won't say anything else, Mr. Shaun Attwood. Yeah! What's the G? How are you, kid? Bouncy! Bouncy! We meet again! We meet again! Trust me! We said it was game, He never thought he would get here. Mr. Elliot's on the way. Here we go. How are you?
Brilliant, man.
Right, let's start with you now.
Yeah.
You're big in the game. You've controversial, as I said. But I need to know now, it's me and you. Let's get this show on.
Go for it.
Bang.
Yeah.
Where's your younger days? Where was your younger days? Start with your schooling, secondary, university. Bring it in.
Alright, so I grew up in Widnes, chemical manufacturing town. Didn't have much money, but I got interested in the stock market as a kid. While I'm doing my studies, my best friend, Wildman, he grows really big. Grabs a school teacher and puts him in the rubbish bin. So they put him outside because they're so scared of him. So you got this, it's like a tale of two people really.
Okay.
I'm the brain and the nerd, and he just gets really big and he's got red dots in his head from being a teenager telling him to hurt people.
And one thing I love about you
is
he's really honest, and as you said, he's just called himself a nerd. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So right,
I am a nerd who got gangster-itis. I'm not a gangster.
Hold on, so here we go.
Never been a gangster.
So I'm not a gangster. I've been a prankster, but not a gangster. But here we go, yeah? So so you got into the stock market, stocks and shares, selling sweets at school, I heard.
Yeah, run into the shop, getting the permanent drops, the bonbons,
How old
doubling.
were you at this time?
Stock market started when I was about 14. I started investing when I was 16.
I was thinking, handing out kids to sweets, that's a scandal. How much can you handle? He's only 14. Because I nearly got blamed for that one. So crack on. So you're doing stock market, stocks and shares. And
Yeah. So I did my A-levels, did my uni.
Well, who bought the sweets?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
with my dinner money,
Yeah, go on.
I'd run to the shops with my dinner money,
Yeah.
get the per drops, get the bonbons, sell them for twice the price, get some dinner coupons off the kids to get my lunch with, and then I had money over. Business studies degree at Liverpool Uni.
Yeah, really? What did you put? What, 2.1?
2.1, yeah.
I'm a G. People think I don't know nothing about degrees. I've been to Spain loads of times. Crashing on your farm.
With honours.
So crashing on your farm. So was you working when you left university?
I went to Glastonbury and watched Guru Josh and Adamski. I took some acid, I couldn't find my car.
Wait. Did you have trials and all that?
Everything.
Skibbity dibbity ribbity rips they used to call them. Wait, did you have...
California Sunrise. Yeah.
Like that California Hotel.
California Sunshine.
So listen, mate, crash, yeah?
Yeah.
So you go to university, did you get a job?
So what I did was, I got aunts in Arizona, and they used to invite me
You got
over.
what in Arizona?
Aunts and uncles in Arizona.
Oh, right.
So when I was 16, in Arizona, my aunt changed my date of birth in my passport.
No.
So I was 21, took me out nightclubbing, and was introducing me to all these beautiful American women as Paul McCartney's nephew.
No.
So I'm just, a little nobody from Widnes. All of a sudden,
You ain't changed.
all the...
You ain't changed. You've been following me, ain't you?
All of a sudden, I'm Paul McCartney's nephew, and these beautiful American women are rolling out the red carpet, and I'm thinking, I want some of this when I finish university, so that's what I did.
Really?
In the meantime, Wildman went to prison.
Okay, why did he go to prison?
He'd been told that someone had some ecstasy, so he knocked the guy out. He's like a left fist guy, and the guy didn't have ecstasy, but I think £5 dropped out of his pocket, and he picked it.
£5?
He picked the £5 up and went and bought a kebab with it.
No.
And that was street robbery.
No, you're joking.
Serious?
Was the kebab any good? Was it worth it? Okay, so just before we start about your criminal life and all that, let's bring in the man who says he can, my good man from Real London Gangsters, Mr. Lee Elliot. Yeah!
Oh my God! Yes, they come in the that's our podcast. Right, let's go.
How are you?
I'm very well, I know you, son.
Look who's turned up.
I know, where did you find him?
Sweet. We've got no guns.
Not today, anyway.
We've got no guns, we've got loads of money. And the dog's called Kilo, lovely dog. We thought we'd bring a dog. We're trying to make it a family-friendly affair. Family. Okay? Look at him, he's murder. He loves me. I had to confess yesterday that I slept with my girlfriend's brother. Now it looks like I could sleep with the dog. Okay, Shaun.
Yeah.
How are you?
Man, I've got fish everywhere. I've got fish next to me.
Oh my
I've got fish here.
God.
I've got fish in my waistcoat. I've got fish in my trousers.
We're gonna be
I'll show you later on.
We're gonna be lovers. We're gonna be lovers. Shaun, how are you? What have you been?
Like I said earlier, the funnest day of the year was meeting you guys.
Really?
And with this on my calendar, I've just been buzzing, man. I've been buzzing, honestly.
The funniest day of the year was for you because it was my worst day I've ever had. In actual fact, that podcast with him was an absolute nightmare. Oh, mate. Oh, I've never been anywhere. And you, well, what he done for me, I don't know. Okay?
People have to know the real you fish, don't they?
That's what scares me. So here we go, enjoy the show. So, hey, you've come down today. It's cost me £5,000 to get the studio. The backdrop stuck on the wall. Yeah, you look like standing. You look like standing. You're an army. You look like standing. Mate, don't become a gangster. Whatever you do not become a gangster. You look like no. Hang on. Hello, Stan.
My head's too big.
I know it is. Which one are you talking about? You're disgusting. It's a family show. So, Shaun, you know, we got into podcasting because of you, Marvin Herbert, Bobby Kasanga, and all the rest. And you know, we had such a laugh, such a great laugh, and so I brought you back on the show.
Appreciate it.
Controversial figure, but that is what we love. I think if you're not controversial, then you're not living.
You're not worth being on the podcast.
You're not living.
What's that for, Shaun?
What is this for?
I've no idea. It was on that table.
Don't start incriminating me. IPP, don't start incriminating me. Listen, I don't know what it's for. I mean, what is it? I mean, have you come...
Kiss a cup. Hello? Hello? Is that Citizens Advice Bureau? Can you tell me which time the next bus is, please?
Why didn't you... That's a phone, wicked. What is it?
It's a pink piece of plastic.
And what does it do, Shaun?
Yeah.
No idea.
What does it do,
No
Shaun?
idea.
Clean your ears, Shaun. No, I can't. Anyway, let's get it on. Crash, how's your
I
farm?
think it's ringing, it's vibrating.
See what I've got to put up with here. So, where did the criminality begin? Where did the... Was it drugs before criminality or criminality before drugs?
I was participating in the rave scene, taking drugs, but I wasn't.
Yeah, so drugs came before criminality.
Yeah.
Right.
5 years, I'm straight in the stock market in America. And then Wildman gets out of prison and I bring him over.
Right.
And I have this idealistic notion that I can get him a job as a wrestler.
Can I ask you, how did you and Wild Man meet in the beginning?
Alright, so Wildman's oldest brother was the head of our little gang called the Sweats.
Right.
The Sweats.
The Sweats.
We do more.
They're always running away.
The Sweats.
We watched.
You've got a better name than the Sweats.
We'd watched the Wanderers and the Warriors.
Oh, right,
Remember those
okay,
movies?
yeah, I remember the Warriors.
So it wasn't like a gang. We were just little kids. Wildman is 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
His brother was the leader of the gang, and he wouldn't let Wildman join the gang.
No. Why?
And he beat the shit out of him and fucking was really cruel to him. So I splintered off from the Sweats. Me and Wildman and Hammy started our own little clique. And Hammy is Wildman's cousin. He's going to come into the story as well.
Well, Yummy B.
Hammy.
Oh, Hammy.
Yeah.
Sounds like Yummy.
And what did you call your clique then? The Drips?
Sweaty Chips. Sweaty Chips.
So we didn't have a name.
Okay, so what was the next? So you met him, and then what was your next?
So when we were kids, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
There's a quarry at the top of my town.
A quarry.
Yeah, near an area called Peck's Hill.
We got blacker flats, and he's got a quarry. Northerners, mate. Laugh.
So there's a tree that overlooks the quarry, and we would get through the fence, get on this tree, and we would say what our life plans were. And we call this tree the thinking.
What, on a tree?
Yeah, we called it the thinking tree. The thinking tree.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it was Wildman's funeral just before Christmas, and I didn't know how it had been organised. And
The thinking tree.
And the vehicle, the funeral procession, detoured and went by Peck's Hill in honour of the thinking tree.
In honour of the thinking tree.
In honour of the thinking
And
tree.
what was your life expectancies going to be?
So what we said was, Wildman said, I've got red dots in my head telling me to hurt people, I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. And I said,
Dots in your head means the armed old Billy on you, you lunatic. Not you're going to die in prison.
he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison, that's what he thought. Yeah.
Did he?
And Hammy,
Great expectations.
yeah, that's why I wanted to get him a job as a wrestler.
Oh yeah, get him beaten up as well. Parker, I wish I had a friend like that. Get me slowed about and smashed into the ring. Oh great.
Because he was only a teenager and he was going down and fighting all the bouncer crews on the doors. He was just mental.
Widnes rugby team. Widnes.
Yeah.
Of course, you're all nutters, you eat bricks for breakfast, you smash your head on the wall for fun. You're all
Yeah, he
nutters.
did. Yeah,
He did.
always put his head through walls.
Yeah,
and
go on,
stuff.
kid.
So, Hammy's like, I'm like, okay, right, I'm gonna go to America, make $1 million and fly you guys over. And Hammy's like, yeah, with all that shirt trading you're doing, you probably will. And that's what happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. So the thinking tree did actually pay off?
Fucking thinking tree, it worked, man.
I'm going to get a
Is
tree.
that what you went to uni for, to learn how to do stocks and shares, yeah?
So, my economics teacher, Mr. Dillon, had showed me some of it in school.
Okay.
And then A-levels, I did maths, physics, economics. So I've always got the economics and the maths. And then business studies, again, yeah, you know, so you can analyse business and corporations and things like that. That was my aim, the stock market, through that, yeah.
At least you had a direction, right?
Yeah, I was very direct. I'm like the Chinese, I've got like a 10-year plan always.
What about your parents?
Got to be
What
make
did
$1
they do?
million by the time I'm 30.
What did your parents do, if you don't mind me asking?
Alright, so my dad was a door-to-door insurance salesman, and my mum was a housewife. And then later on, she got a degree herself, and she taught in English, and she taught people with special needs.
Oh,
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
shall the result with you then? So carry on.
Blessed to have such good parents who had my back when I got arrested.
So, what?
I'm blessed to have such good parents who supported me and stood by me when I got arrested.
Oh, yeah, good, yeah. I thought you said you turned your back. I was going to say, no, don't do that.
No, they had
I'm
my back.
happy, yeah, good, brilliant. Okay, so let's go to your first arrest, where was you first arrested, Shaun?
Yeah, May 16th,
Crash,
2000.
how's your father?
May 16th, 2002 was when the SWAT team came on the whole ecstasy ring.
Stop.
Let's go.
Let's go around. Lee, my first arrest was in a bicycle.
And having
Yeah, hold on my hands. What was yours?
nicking a car.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was yours again, mate?
Possession of a sex toy when I was... SWAT team came, May 16th, 2002.
A SWAT team?
Yeah, SWAT team.
How old are you when you're a SWAT team?
33.
Well, you didn't do your first crime until 33.
They've been chasing. It was a multi-agency investigation and they've tracking me for like 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years?
And now,
5 years,
this was
5
your
years.
first arrest, Shaun, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be that fucking good. 5 or 6 years.
I know, I was moving around all the time.
Yeah. Why was you moving?
The prosecutor said I had so many aliases they couldn't even put in all my grand jury
Really?
indictment. They didn't know who it was.
Where were you moving? Where was you moving?
Man, when I had money in the stock market, so
Yeah,
I
go
had
on.
houses and apartments, and I was flying people from the UK, putting houses and apartments in the name, cars in the name. When Hammy arrived,
Yeah.
I had a limo pick him up at the airport, took him straight to the car dealership, had him sign for a car that we were doing all this drug trafficking
go on.
in. I was still a stockbroker at this point, right? So I said, help yourself to whatever's in the safe, I've got to go work. Him and his drinking partner he brought over opened the safe and it was full of like crystal meth and ecstasy. Now, because they were from England, they thought you eat a gram of speed. I didn't tell them. By the time I got home, the fucking eyes were out here.
No.
They've been eating grams of crystal meth. The trash can was full of Budweisers, and they were like freaking the fuck out. So right.
No.
I've got, I know some striptease women out in LA. Let's drive out to LA, they'll chill you guys out. So I'm driving out to LA, and after doing the meerkat thing, Shaun, we're being followed. We're being followed. No, we're not being followed, guys. You're just wigging out because you've done too much.
Paranoia.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
All the way, we get to Palm Springs, pull over for the McDonald's, trying to chill them out. Like, no, cars are passing us, and even when you're slowing down, the cars are like falling back.
Yeah.
So that they were like that all the way to LA. That trip lasted 3 days because one of them wigged out, ran off down Sunset Boulevard, threw all his money at me and his luggage at me, saying, I know you've flown me to it out here for a drug deal. My fingerprints are on this money. Threw it at me, fled down Sunset Boulevard like a wolf on acid, and I never saw him again.
No.
Yeah.
What age was you when you first took drugs?
I was raving in my late teens, summer of love, all that shit, late 80s.
So you'd have been about 14?
No, like high teens.
Yeah.
University.
So
Okay, that's when you started uni.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Sunrise, Back to the Future, Energy, all those raves? Did you just go to them?
Yeah, Carl Cox, Sashi with
Yeah.
the big headliners and everything back then.
Yeah.
Damski, Guru, Josh.
Yeah, I used to do all the adverts for the Randall, DJ Rap, DJ Rap, DJ Kenny Kent.
Really?
And our club was called Laser Driving Peckham and Arm, mate. Off their nuts, on it.
Fabio Groove Rider. We came down to the fridge.
I did his advert on Kiss. Groove Rider, the hardcore provider on Kiss, 100%. Bang.
Can you do Mvita? Manchester vibes in the area.
Who?
Mvita!
He's an owl, look.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
There used to be this DJ who got up and he'd go, Manchester vibes in the area. Mvita.
And what was the best club you went to in Manchester?
I've never been
Oh
to
man,
Manchester.
the Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome,
Is it?
yeah?
Yeah, Hacienda was a bit touristy, but Thunderdome, Oldham Road, dodgy as fuck, Salford
Is it?
fucking skinheads peddling the ecstasy.
Is it like a warehouse?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I'd have ended up with a girlfriend out of Salford through that.
Did you?
The Salford Skins would just chase me back to my car.
Oh, because you're from a different area.
Yeah, with this, because if I went Manchester, I was a Scouser.
Yeah.
If I went Liverpool, I was a Woollyback. yeah.
Congratulations, Farley looks lucky as well. Right, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Let's get to prison. Let's get to nicking, getting arrested. Where did you start there?
While man comes over, I'm going to get him a job as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Idealistic. I get him a flat right near the Georgian Dragon British pub in central Phoenix.
Right.
Thinking he'll just have a Guinness with the expats and he won't get in any trouble.
Okay.
Within weeks, me and my bird go to visit him one night and a bunch of Mexicans answered the door. I'm like, where's Peter? Because that's his name, Peter.
Okay.
No, Peter here. Yeah, there is. I rent this place for him. Where's Peter? No, we didn't. I buy a pizza. What are you talking about? Peter, he lives here. they all pull guns out.
No.
Me and my missus are like,
Crash, how's your farmer?
Go on,
me
Sam.
and my missus are like, oh fuck. So we're backpedaling across the road. And Wild Man just bounces over the road, happy as fuck, laughing. I said, Peter, you just almost got a shot. He goes, oh, stop tripping. He goes, they're local crack dealers. They like to move around a lot. They like to move around a lot. So I'm in their place over the street right now, and they're giving me as much crack as I can take for free because they're buzzing because I can do $100 crack rock in one breath, and it goes sizzle, 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 sizzle. And it calms down my red dots. And he says the head guy running the Mexicans is from Colombia. This is like Cali cartel area, and they want to invest in the stock market with you. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, blind.
So I wasn't quite a criminal yet.
Yeah. Where did he meet these guys? Do you know?
Fuck knows. As soon as he goes anywhere, I put him, all of the local street people, he moves them in. So his apartment has got transgender, street walking prostitutes, gangbangers,
You fit him well.
the local crack and crystal meth dealers, bikers, everything. It's just non-stop, 24/7, in and out. And that's how he relaxes when there's complete chaos around him. He would relax.
Yeah.
That's what he was like.
And what did you
Complete opposite. I mean, I had social anxiety.
What did your parents think? Do you know, like, when you was getting into the rave scene, doing the drugs and that, did they know anything about what was going on?
Alright, so in my town, people are very insular and wouldn't leave. But me and Wildman were adventurous, so we'd go off to the State and the Quadrant Park and Toxteth or Manchester, and we would go to these parties. And that's how we really bonded. We had my mum's little red Talbot Horizon. I just passed my driver's license test. And we'd just go around the country, me and Peter, to these raves. He became like my rave partner. And until the end, yeah. Until the end, yeah. Alright, just to set the table a bit then. Wildman is a formidable character. When he died, he was 6'2", 28.5 stone. And he would always say, you know, my fist or your fist, and he'd put his fist next to mine. It was twice the size, and just all human teeth marks all the way along them. In Arizona, he put working for the Hells Angels, for the New Mexican Mafia, for the cartel down in Mexico. When he was on the run in Mexico, they called him El Oso de Burr because of his fighting style. Yeah, so people in the UK may not have heard of him, but in America, he had made his name.
Yeah.
So I loved him to death. And wanted to get him a job as a wrestler, rents his place out to the Colombian and the Mexican crack dealers. Within a couple of months, I get a call at the office. There's a corpse on the doorstep of that house. It's headline news. This is my end now. You need to get up there. Peter might be dead. I shoot up there in my car. I've got drugs on me. I see all the yellow tape and the cops and the media. I'm like, fuck this. I get back to work, but it's going through my head. So I wait until later in the day, go back, open the door, and Peter's in there. I'm like, fucking hell, thank God he's still alive. And there's a very sober-faced homicide detective talking to him on the sofa, and he wants to talk to me too. And the homicide detective, they've run the gunpowder residue and all that shit, so that it wasn't Peter who killed this guy, it was ruled a shooting accident. Couple come over to buy crack.
No.
The dealers had moved over the road. The girl goes over the road to get the crack. The guy has got a gun. Wildman's never seen a gun before. He says, show me your gun. The guy's showing his gun. He says, look, we don't fuck around in America. It's got the safety on his. I used it, and he blew his head off.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that one,
How's your farmer? Crash!
yeah, that one ended up very abruptly with this corpse on the doorstep, and he had to move out. So then, some people who had, through the drug community that he knew, he moved into a flat on the west side with them. There was 2 women, and there was a steroid head bouncer, looked like a Chippendale, had this blonde permed hair cowboy. I thought he was tough. The deposit check had not even cleared before I got a call from the reception saying, you need to come and get Peter, he's been evicted. I said, why has he been evicted? He's beat his roommate up. How do you know he's beat his roommate up? The Chippendale cowboy, tough guy, was seen, she said, running through the apartment complex in the middle of the night with plasterboard powder all over his head and face, and there's human head-sized holes in all of the walls.
So he shoved his head through the wall, yeah?
Yeah, multiple times.
No!
Yeah. So the two women say, look, one of them's got a boyfriend in Tempe, Arizona. This is where the drug enterprise begins now. My boyfriend's behind on the rent. If Shaun could fix that, you could move in there. I fix it. It's a 3-bedroom apartment in a complex called Rancho Murieta, Tempe, Arizona. These are massive apartment complexes with multiple buildings. Yeah. Rancho Murieta. Rancho Murieta.
Carry on. I'll just have to hear it again.
El Guapo. Quiero la crema.
Don't start that collection again. Don't start that. I'm going to put a picture up and put it in a plastic bag. I'm going to put a picture up and put a plastic bag. I'm telling you.
Alright, so.
Yeah, carry on.
Rancho Murieta apartment then just becomes drug den central. He's got, this is where I meet through the apartment parties there. I mean, Russian mafia, gangbangers, all the people of the night, Mexican mafia, and this is where I meet G-Dog. So Wildman is my principal bodyguard.
Well, did he move in with you into this apartment?
I wouldn't let Wildman know where I live.
Yeah. So much for friends.
When he found out my work address, he showed up with a pimp. Dressed, this is the 14th floor, this high-rise building, the stockbrokers and stuff. This guy's wearing purple from head to toe, top hat, feather in it, fucking cane and everything. And they show up at the reception. The receptionist, Shaun, you need to come up here. Peter's at reception. You need to come up very quickly before the clients see this. So I get up there and I'm like, get in the elevator right now. I get in the elevator with him and I'm like, Peter, you just can't come to the office like this. He's like, I need a gun. This guy will give me a fucking Saturday night special for away for $50. You got $50. Why do you need a gun, Peter? So he was dating a black striptease dancer at this point in time who he'd met at that apartment. She'd showed up with her boyfriend who was a bouncer. And Wildman's party trick was to either have people punch him in the face as hard as they could or taser him. And he would just giggle like a little kid while he was getting tased.
Absolutely.
So she was a black chick and she was covered in like scars and burns. She was S&M girl. She comes up to him and she goes, "You're a fucking pussy, tasing yourself. I'll fucking outdo you. I taser my clip."
No.
Yeah. So Wildman goes, "Well, show me." And she goes, "Well, my boyfriend's there, we'll get rid of him." So she goes, she tells him, she goes, "I'll have him go and get me some food. What have you got?" And Wildman's, "I've got some spaghetti bolognese or something in the kitchen." She sends him off to make spaghetti bolognese. So I'm like, "Look, everybody watch this." She's just, oh my God.
I'll say this.
She just squats down, she doesn't have any nickies on. And she's just got this taser. And like little blue bolts.
Yeah.
Little blue bolts. Yeah. Little blue bolts are going up and down her lips and her volume. And she's like, oh. She's loving it. I'm like, Wildman is in love now. Wildman's in love, he's bet his match.
He's bet his future wife.
Yeah. Well, not quite yet. Left that person behind in the UK. Wild Woman, who's a crazy scouser, and they just fight each other. He told her he was going to get a bottle of milk or a newspaper and just jumped on a plane to Arizona.
Wow.
Alright, so I'm still working the stock market.
Yeah.
At this point, I can only get 50 to 100 pills off the local dealers. But I'm just showing off. I'm just giving them away for free because I'm the man, I've got the most money. Egotistic, emotionally immature. But then they're going like that, and I'm thinking, people are coming all night long and saying, have you got 50, have you got 100? Business opportunity. Do I want to just keep working the stock market, got to be in the office at 6 in the morning? Or could I start getting a lot of LA, thousands of pills from LA?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try that. As an experiment, get 1,000. So we found out who they were getting them off, and the surfer gangster dude called Saul. You see that movie, Point Break?
Yeah, come on.
2 carloads of us go to LA.
Yeah.
All those guys are dead now. This is how crazy my friends were back then. All high risk. Yeah.
Blinder.
Me and Wildman are in the twin turbo Mazda RX-7. We've got the radar detector on, going 150 miles an hour. And in the other car is my friend Seth, this big guy who he died a couple of years ago. His heart. And my other friend Acid Joey, Native American, best dancer I've ever seen in my life. He was big, but he was completely fluid. He was always on ketamine.
Yeah.
He should have been in music videos. He was found dead in his swimming pool with all of his clothes on. He'd been on drugs. Yeah. So we go to Saul's house in West Hollywood, and he's not there. Wellman's getting mad. It's like when he shows up, I'm just gonna fucking kick his door in. I'm like, well, if we do that, how are we gonna have a regular connect if this works out? Chill out. I said, so Saul shows up, proper surfer gangster dudes. I've never seen surfer gangster before. Point Break, flashbacks to Point Break. Right, I'm going in, because only I'm allowed in.
Yeah.
You guys stay out here. If they don't let me out in 20 minutes, kick the door in. I go in, and so I've got like, I don't know, $10,000 to $15,000 on me. He goes, have you got the money? I said, yeah, I've got the money. Look, can I try a pill? He gives me one. He says, do you want a drink with that? I said, no, I just chew it. I know what the taste of ecstasy is. So
Did you like that, Shaun? I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, actually, I knew what was coming there.
Disgusting.
I wasn't going to rip it off. I liked it, yeah.
No.
And I think people out.
in the
I think there's a picture of me online with my shades and my tongue, and I'm just a chewed pill on my tongue. Yeah. I'll send you some photos if you want to add them to this.
Yeah.
Not another nightmare.
It was all good. I thought we were going to get robbed with the cops, but it was all good. So I'm driving home.
This is blinding.
Twin turbo, right? I've got the fucking fur on the seat. And about 30-40 minutes into the drive back home, I just come up on the ecstasy. And we got DJ Sasha Renaissance on the fucking sound system. And all of a sudden I'm just melted into this fur.
No.
And then, I'm like, oh man. This was before we had procedures in place and we thought about the police. This was just when I was completely carefree. Yeah, we got procedures in place later on. So, get back to Rancho Maria apartment.
Yeah.
Those pills are gone in the weekend. I'm thinking, this is fucking easy money. Fuck the stock market. I could just party with, crazy people and beautiful women all night long. Have the time of my life. And that was the fatal decision that caused...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That was fatal. Why?
Fatal because of fucking all the problems it led to.
Crash out your father. Remember where you heard it first and remember where you saw it last. Keep it coming.
Wild man, his first stage short-lived.
Yeah.
Him and the striptease dancer. No work can house them anymore. They've burnt for all the hotels. They're going in restaurants and not paying.
Yeah.
They end up living under a tree in Tempe Beach Park with a Rambo knife and a baseball bat. That's how they live in, the couple.
Okay.
Bonnie and Clyde, they get busted. He's fucking an illegal alien.
It definitely ain't your podcast. we couldn't afford the studio.
He's an illegal alien.
What's happening?
He's gonna have to take it down.
Take it down.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
He's an illegal alien. So that's Wildman's first deportation.
Yeah.
There are 2 more deportations. Alright, so we're all shitting ourselves, right? In this vicious apartment. What should we do? Next thing, bang, 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 bang on the French window. It's G-Dog, right, we better let him in. He comes in and schools us, he says, look, they can't get a warrant that fast, they can't just come in. They don't know where the fuck I've gone. If they knock on the door, turn the lights out, turn the TV off, just don't answer. And we were in there, it was a heavy situation for hours, and they did come, helicopters and everything, and then they left. So at the end of that night, I say to G-Dog, I've got a house in Phoenix, come and chill over there. I don't know who he is properly at this point, or who his brothers are.
Yeah.
And at the end of all of this situation, because we got him through the cops, he says to me, Shaun, my brothers have got you back now because of what you've done for me. But it took me a couple of months to go actually meet them.
Yeah.
They said, do want to talk to you and do maybe want to check your ecstasy out. So I thought G-Dog was heavy. Fucking hell, man. Get to this street in Tempe, Arizona. It's just all lowrider showcase cars. Go to the front door. Short guy, no hair. He's got like the wife beater vest and he's got the shorts down to here. And he's like looking up at me. And this is his brother. And he's like, man, this mean face. And he hears my accent. He's hears my accent. And he's like, damn, you talk funny. I guess you really must be from England.
Yeah.
Come in and meet my homies. So I go into the living room. I'll fucking never forget this. There are all these massive Mexican-American Chicano gang members looking at me like they want to eat me. Who's this skinny-ass fucking English guy, bugged on ecstasy, smiling in our fucking living room? And I'm looking around, they've got tables, weighing apparatus, slabs of coke, slabs of crystal meth, fucking armed up to the teeth.
No.
AKs, MPs, everything. And I'm looking around the room. I see the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life. They've got another TV showing everybody coming and going on the road.
No.
But then I did a double take.
Oh, God.
I look at the big TV. Oh, fucking hell, that's not an ornament. I saw one of them before. Oh yeah, it was in a Rambo movie in the fucking 1980s. Rocket propelled grenade launcher on top of the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Gangster. Gangster.
And how did you feel about that, Shaun?
Oh, blind.
You said you're not a gangster.
So G-Dog's with me. I'm feeling safe.
Okay.
A huge one of them, and I find out the nature of him. He was a fucking hitman as well. This guy. Yeah, this huge one. I found all this out when they headline news.
This is class.
This huge one puts a big spoonful of coke in my face and it's like, snort some of this.
To make sure you're not old Bill.
Yeah, and I'm looking at G-Dogs like, just fucking, yeah, snort it. So I'm, snort this fucker. And then the brother takes me in the back room and just has a private chat with me.
Okay. What do you say?
I've got to be careful because these guys are still active. I can only...
He goes still acting. So are we.
Let's just say he was satisfied. He was satisfied I was a good person.
Yeah.
And we entered into a business relationship whereby I provided them ecstasy and he would provide us like hydroponic and stuff like that for my friends who wanted to chill out with some hydro. Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you on. There goes the that just shows you the podcast, the same way the podcast is going downhill. Carry on.
They say, Shaun, if you ever get pulled over leaving here,
Yeah.
when the cops say, can they search your vehicle, you say, you're in a hurry, unless you've got a warrant, I'm in a hurry, you do not have my permission. If they say, fuck that, you're coming with me, they said, here's a lawyer, you call this lawyer, you exercise your right to remain silent. And this was the lawyer I used years later when the shit hits the fan.
Okay.
This is how this guy did this really.
Is that the one that I said in your last podcast, you said he got you 9 years and I said he wasn't very good and you said, well, he only got me, no, I said he wasn't very good and you said he got me 9 years and I said that's life. And you said...
I was facing 200.
200 years. I got 99.
So while Wild Man is gone, there's a few year period and I go from then just getting out of LA, got about 3 suppliers, including the guy who got deported, DJ Hot Wheels, who I lived with in Guildford for 10 years. Kudos to him, man. He helped me when I fucking had nobody when I got out of prison. And then, fucking why am I buying them from LA? These guys are getting them from Holland. I'm paying like 8, 9. They go for 25, 30 in
And
the
where was
clubs.
you getting your pills from at first, when you was first over in America? You was getting them from LA, yeah?
You mean personal use?
Yeah.
No, just local people. Acid Joey.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh man, Acid Joey. I remember I was at an early rave. Don't know if it was the Works Club or someplace downtown, and there was a whole circle of people. I'm like, what's going on the dance floor? And Acid Joey on ketamine. He's a big guy, but his body was like fluid.
Yeah.
Sometimes he would get on the dance floor and he would dance through all of the dancers and mimic loading up a shotgun and shooting all of the other dancers. He just go through all that. I'm like, this guy's gotta be in music videos.
Yeah.
He was fucking amazing. So I think he obviously knows where to get the good drugs.
Yeah.
He became my local supplier and then he started to work for me in the organisation. Yeah.
So where do we go through from there?
So while Wellman's gone, I'm figuring out how to, business studies knowledge now is being applied. I've got at the peak of it, I've got about 200 people working for me. We've tried methods of putting them on, strapping into people's bodies, bringing it from Holland, mailing in stock market reports, glued into stock market reports. By the end of it, we got people just fucking throwing thousands and thousands in pillowcases. Or if they wanted to be more secure in computer towers. Wild Woman was stopped at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport bringing thousands in vitamin jars in a luggage. They took her in the back room, put them on a table, said to her, what are they? She goes, vitamins. They said, cool, put them back in the luggage and told her to have a nice day.
No.
Really, yeah?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that we thought we better consult someone about a different method. So we had a lawyer who advised us on these things, and he said, Bring them through Mexico!
You know what I love about it, Shaun? You can tell he definitely ain't a gangster. We got a lot to consult. We don't consult. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, go on, crack on. This is brilliant.
Alright,
Go on,
so
Clark.
I invest in beachfront property in Puerto
Yeah.
Penasco, Rocky Point. Tijuana Airport is quite close to that. Then you can fly over to the other side of Mexico, Mexico City, Air France to Paris,
Yeah.
jump on a train, because it's a red flag, isn't it, if you get in a plane out of Holland.
Yeah.
Plane from fucking Air France back, blah, 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 blah. And that's what we did. Yeah. So the biggest shipment we had was about 40k, which was in computer towers.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
So how did you import them from place to place? Like,
Alright, so
we
sent out test kits from a website called DanceSafe.
Yeah.
My smugglers, because I couldn't go.
Test kits?
Yeah. They test the pills.
He's on it.
An XC pill should be 125 milligrams of MDMA clay, usually a beige press, like Mitsubishi's, $100. And the testing kit turns it like this purple blue colour. So we know we got good stuff, and we had a reputation for good stuff, and it was all going good until Sammy the Bull's crew moved into the scene.
I think he should take up. I think Boris should move over and he should take up doing with the coronavirus. I think you're doing the testing and all that. I think you'll handle it all right. What's going on? What's going to magic?
I brought some of my paperwork.
I've got to see some of this.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me see where the fuck it is. Because people say, like, my story's fucking
Oh, mate.
hard to believe.
Is it?
Some people say
Who
this.
says that?
And what's this paperwork from? Is this your
Alright.
litigation?
The lawyer said, my lawyer,
Yeah.
who was recommended by the New Mexico Mafia, he said, there's so much paperwork on your case, it would fill whole buildings.
Yeah.
We have to bring a computer, and you can just look at it in the visitation room on a computer.
Right.
That's 6 pages of what fills buildings. Right there, yeah.
And what's in the 6 pages?
Well, let's Lee just have a browse over that while we continue the story.
Okay,
And he can confirm there's some pretty heavy stuff in there in a minute.
Okay.
Alright, so everything's going very smoothly until all of a sudden there was these like steroid head jock ecstasy peddlers just appeared in the clubs wearing these polyester shirts and leopard print, and we're thinking, who the fuck are these guys stepping on our toes? Now, at the peak of it, I'd married a woman. She was a clever woman.
Are you married now?
I was married 3 times in America.
Oh, really?
So at the peak of it, the 3rd wife.
Stop.
Yeah.
What about the first and second?
There's 2. We haven't got time. Party time.
Is that good or bad?
It's all in this party time. The 3 marriages.
Hey!
I'm not in it.
Yes.
Not me. I'm not in it.
Stay safe, folks. After this.
The only man I know who can bring a Durex box, and this I've got out of man, bring a Durex box which says invisible. And the only reason it says invisible on this is you don't actually use one. So, go on.
Alright.
Karen.
So I'm married to a woman. She's a clever woman. She's a university graduate. Well, I'm balancing out. She was doing lesbian internet porn when I met her.
I said, what's that?
So one of her lovers, her female lovers, was dating.
He's not mucking about, is he? He's
What?
just not mucking about. He ain't easy.
One of her female lovers.
Absolutely fucking crash out your father. He's hilarious. Oh, blinder.
But Lee's done his charge check on me.
I've done his charge check and he's guilty as charged. I've got to tell you, he's guilty as I'm in that. No, I did notice that when the guys got stopped, they had handguns and the amount of drugs that was in the car and the special agents and stuff like that. So yeah, it does collaborate your story, Sean, I must say.
Yeah, we've had to tone it down for legal reasons.
Yeah.
As you can see on that, there's other things involved that I can't get into.
Absolutely.
So my wife at this point, she's got a bisexual relationship with a lover of one of these new dealers. So she sets up a meet. They're like, these guys want to meet you. All I know is they're selling these coloured pills, and I've got this good reputation. So we meet at this place in Tucson called Heart 5, this bar. Now, like I said, I'm just a nerd. these guys have heard about this guy English Shaun and English Peter. Wildman's not with me. I take one of my bodyguards. He's a bouncer called what should we call him? Rossetti, one of the Rossetti brothers. He's strapped. My wife just like takes a load of GHB as we're going in. I do a load of GHB because that made me fearless. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, GHB made me fearless.
Okay.
So I thought, right, I've got to act a bit crazy around these guys. They've probably got these big. If you've not met someone and you're thinking all these things about them, it's bigger than it really is. So I can play on that. I'll do a Jedi mind trick on them.
So you was playing the part, basically?
Playing the part, yeah.
And do you think you was able to do that from watching all the films and being so interested in gangsters and stuff like
I
that?
was just fucking winging it, man. The drugs was telling me, you can do this. You're the man, you can do this. So I'm going to demonstrate, right? I'm going to demonstrate. There's two guys. One's called the Spaniard.
Oh, blind.
One's called the Spaniard. He's well built, but the other guy's like 6.5 fucking foot. So they take me through to this VIP area. I fucking walk you through to this VIP area. They don't know I've got this guy strapped with me. He's watching me from a fucking safe distance, waiting for me to give them nod. Because I said to him, if they try and kidnap me through a back door, just open up on the motherfuckers. My wife's chilling in the main bar, like fucking half fucking unconscious on there. She's done so much fucking GHB. And the big guy just goes, everyone out. So everyone clears out of this fucking room, right? They sit down and they leave a space in the middle.
Yeah.
Let me demonstrate. Now, my grandfather Fred, I'm just thinking I've got to do something crazy. And this is a so spur of the moment.
Yeah.
I just remembered my grandfather Fred, whenever I was on the sofa.
Yeah.
He would always grab my knee here and make me jump.
Okay.
So I'm just like this, I just sit down, grab both of the knees. And I'm like,
Oh, I know you can do it now.
What did they do?
they're looking at me and have my eyes on the crystal meth and GHB.
No.
Yeah. So they think this guy's fucking nuts.
Sean, let me ask
Even though I didn't lock much, they must have thought I was nuts.
Sean, let me ask. Gosh.
Yeah, go for it.
I've noticed through the story, you've said quite numerous of times about being kidnapped. Was kidnapping always a worry for you? Was kidnapping always a worry for you? The people always used to get kidnapped in the game or so, or had you said it numerous times. I was worried about I told him to come in 20 minutes after if I'm not out, kick off the door in case I get kidnapped. So was that always a concern with you being kidnapped?
Yeah, in that lifestyle.
Okay.
Kidnappings, door kickings in, guns. Arizona, everyone's got guns, man.
And all these falls are really because of drugs. Because you're on the gig, because you just said to Lee just asked you, did you watch Gangster with you? You said, nah, I was just hired the car. So it was all down to drugs. So, you've got this far now.
Yeah.
So when did your first prison? When did you...
Alright, let me just do what was next.
Yeah.
So, they say, why don't I buy pills off them? I say, I've got a good rep.
Yeah.
Then they say, I disrespected the pills. I said, no, not that, call it pills. And then the big guy jumps up and goes, one call to Sammy the Bull. Don't you know who we work for? One call to Sammy the Bull. We can have a to the desert.
Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, this is the first I heard. Yeah.
Wait, who's Sammy the Bull? Who's Sammy the Bull? Who is he?
Well, I'd seen him on the news.
Yeah, go on, who?
Alright, so Sammy the Bull at that point in time was the highest ranking member. The Gambino family underboss, murdered almost 24 people, highest ranking member of the mafia to turn witness informant, and he was doing an ecstasy ring out of witness protection. Yeah, in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah.
So what next?
So, I'm wondering how long the piece is going to last. My top sales guy is a guy called Skinner. Bull associates, let's say, entice Skinner to a nightclub in Scottsdale under the pretext of buying drugs off him, knock his teeth out, take his shit, and then I move into like $1 million house on the side of a mountain in Tucson, Arizona, where you can't even get up the fucking street without a guard on the end of the street, because I'm thinking, maybe they're going to come for me next. Out of the 200 people working for me, I had a head of each faction, so there's about 20 heads of each factions. We had a crime family dinner every month.
Okay.
And I knew that was my shield.
Yeah.
If any of those heads of those factions, that was my shield getting pierced when they knocked his teeth out.
Right.
So I relocated from Phoenix, Arizona to this house on the mountain where you couldn't access it.
So Sean, Fish has just gone off for a little break, so I thought I'd have my chance to have a little chat with you and just find out more about you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how long what viewers might need to know, because obviously about the drugs, obviously drugs are not good, we've done them in our lives and stuff like that, but how long have you been clean, and how did you get clean? And
SWAT team cleaned me up. That was it.
Yeah?
That was the fucking wake-up call I needed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you've never been tempted to go back to drugs?
Seeing the horror of what drug use led to in the jail, 90% shooting up heroin, crystal meth,
Yeah.
John the skin, teeth rotting out, I was like, do I want to end up going down that road? And I thought, fuck it, man. I was ashamed to put people on that road. I thought I'm going to tell my story and hope people won't make my mistakes.
Yeah. And for the viewers out there, how did you manage to cope mentally with prison? You know, with the anxiety of getting 200 years. I mean, 200 years is that's longer than a lifetime, mate. You know, so how did you deal with that?
In my second year, I was in the maximum security Madison Street jail. They'd fucking took me away from Wildman and all my co-defendants to break me down psychologically.
Yeah.
They said we were influencing the co-defendants as well. They charged my bird with a prescription pill found on the day of the SWAT team raid, which didn't have a written prescription next to it, which is classics family, to stop her from visiting me.
Yeah.
It's almost 50-degree heat. I've got bleeding, skin infections and bed sores all over my body because we're in like a concrete oven. There's no air coming in. I've got all you fucking pink eye infection. There's like yellow pus coming out of my eyelids down here, yellow pus.
God.
I'm thinking, and then there's cockroaches all over us at night as well. I'm thinking, 200 years like this, I'm just going to fucking slash my wrists and bleed out.
That's what I was going to say about suicidal thoughts.
So I planned to kill myself after the guard did the security walk. But before I was going to do it, I wanted to say goodbye to my family and friends. And what I mean by that was I was allowed 7 photos.
Yeah.
So I get the pictures out, my mum, dad, girlfriend, sister, and I'm looking at the picture of my mum, and I'm thinking my mum's going to get a call saying, your son's just killed himself in a foreign prison.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bear the thought. I started crying at that point. I couldn't bear the thought. I put my mum through that, and that's what stopped me from killing myself. Yeah.
So you had to go on that journey, and you had to get headstrong, and you had to focus your mind on getting through it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny. I mean, I've been to prison. I've done a lot of years in prison, but even I would be scared going over to American prison with all the horror stories you hear about sexual stuff going on and stuff like that. You know.
You ever go to a rape class to get taught how not to get raped?
Really?
In American prison.
Wow.
Yeah. You watch a video and they show you some predators in the day room, and the young people come in, and if they take food from the predators, then they're in debt. So the next day they say, look, well, you got to pay for that, or else we're going to fucking stab you up.
Was there men dressed as women in there and stuff like that? I mean, look, we've got the backdrop for it. The great tranny one. I mean,
Shaun, I'm here. Remember when I said to you when I done the great tranny robbery? Remember I told you I thought I looked like Naomi Campbell? You know, I mean, I got past security. They said gunman trips over low hills and drops gun. Well, we've done it all. We've had the podcast. These are hills of hits. Welcome to London's craziest gangster.
and Real London Gangster
With Shaun Attwood, the man, the king of podcasts. We've had a laugh, we've had a joke. Part 1, part 2. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit the button, smash the button, whack the button. But whatever you do, don't miss the button. Sorry, have a look at him. He really thinks I'm like. See you soon. Bang, crash. How's your father?
Oh, God.
Big C made a banger.
It's that pain relief. Long time I've been searching for some remedies. Never thought I'd find a cure in all these melodies. I never thought I'd put my people in the cemeteries. I've looked my brethren in the eyes and they pretend to me. Some people act real but fake's what they tend to be. I read messages, even ones that ain't sent to me. But it's all God's plan today was meant for me. I tell my friends that I am with you till the match is over. Now little Neeks on the internet.